What is going on, guys? Well, today I wanted to give you a heads up because it looks like Sony is going to be paying more attention to Paris Games Week press conference, and in fact they're going to have a big presence in there according to a recent podcast hosted by Greg Miller and the Kind of Funny Games cast. The link to their podcast where they talk to the president of Sony Computer Entertainment over a Skype call will be in the video description. I definitely recommend you guys go and check that out. Have a listen for yourself and hear what the president had to say, hear what they all had to say. And it was pretty interesting, and I found it very useful, and I wanted to discuss a couple of things that standed out to me completely. And one of those is he really emphasized Paris Games Week. That press conference is actually going to happen October 27th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Once we're getting closer to the date, I will give you guys links so that you guys can go watch it yourself if you guys are interested. And as always, once the press conference finishes, I'll do a couple of different videos to give you guys some of the key information that was released during this press conference. So it looks like we are going to be hearing more about possibly more third-party titles, specifically AAA titles. And there was even talk about Gran Turismo 7 being released. Now, Greg Miller, before everything started, Greg Miller kind of hinted about Gran Turismo coming to the PlayStation 4, specifically for the VR. He wouldn't be surprised, and they kind of emphasized that a little bit more, which kind of made me led me to believe that they kind of know a little bit more than they are allowed to share, and that was kind of a hint. That being said, the president of Sony Computer Entertainment went on to say, don't be surprised if you hear a lot of new good games coming out. And he also emphasized the fact that you know, when Gamescom just happened, Sony didn't have a real presence in that conference at all. And what he had said was, how you saw 2014's Gamescom is how you're going to see Paris Games Week, which is going to be really interesting. Now, a couple of games that have been talked about being leaked, or maybe even part of this big announcement by Sony, is starting off, I wanted to talk about Sony's involvement with a company called Bend. Bend is actually one of the creators of Syphon filter, and there's been a lot of rumor and speculation going around that they could be working on the next Syphon filter, relaunching the series onto the PlayStation 4. I'd be curious as to know what you guys think about this information. Moving on, let's talk about some more games being leaked. Rim, one of them. Wild is another one. Quantic Dreams, it's a new game. Not too many people know exactly what this dream game is all about, and the game developers haven't really given us a really good explanation of what the game could be. So we're probably gonna see more of details on that coming up in this press conference. And also, of course, Gran Turismo 7 should pop up during the press conference. And if not during the press conference, then definitely at PlayStation Experience. I expect to see something from Gran Turismo. It's been a while since we've seen a title, and I really believe that if they bring it to the PlayStation 4, they're gonna bring it with the PlayStation VR as well, because how awesome would that be? A racing game, especially something so dynamic and awesome. I'm a Gran Turismo fan. I played a lot of them, specifically Gran Turismo 3, but I've played them all and I loved them all. And I've been waiting for a game to be released, the Gran Turismo game to be released on the PlayStation 4, and it has been too long, and it's well overdue. And I really think that they're going to be bringing it, and it would be awesome, like Greg Miller said, if it came to the PlayStation VR, because how awesome would that be to be able to look all around you, and look up you know, look down, look all around while you're driving an epic classic racing game such as Gran Turismo. Now I say classic, but I know that they're going to bring new elements and they're going to bring a fresh new start to the game, and it's going to revive the Gran Turismo franchise. That was one of the key things that PlayStation had for a very long time, and I've been thinking about it actually, honestly, because we haven't heard anything about Gran Turismo in a while, and that was always one of the key games that kept coming back. No matter what, it always had a series, it always had a next part, whether it be in PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and here we are waiting for PlayStation 4's release. So let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below. If you would take 2 seconds out of your day, hit a like, that really helps me out. Of course, when I get more information about Paris's press conference, I will give it to you guys as soon as it breaks. Definitely recommend going and checking out the podcast. The link will be in the description, like I said. And if you guys would show your support, hit that like and also subscribe. That would be awesome. And I will see you guys in the next news update.